Prepare for an uncomfortable truth about Gotham. The most dangerous enemy is not the one who yearns for power or fortune, but the one who wishes to see every pillar of our society crumble, believing this is the only salvation. Anarky's philosophy is a dark mirror that reflects the flaws of the system, and to understand its radicalness is to understand how fragile the order we consider safe is. Hey clickers, subscribe with the bell activated, comment with the content you want to see on the channel, share this video to help us grow, and leave your hype. It helps us a lot. Anarky's philosophy is considered radical because it does not seek to reform, but to completely demolish social, political, and economic structures. His first appearance in Detective Comics Volume 608 in November of 1989 introduced Lonnie Machin, a child prodigy who, after absorbing vast literature on anarchist and radical philosophy, decided to apply these concepts literally and violently on the streets of Gotham. Unlike other antagonists who seek personal gain, the young idealist's primary objective has always been to expose the hypocrisy and corruption inherent in the system, attacking polluting corporations, corrupt bankers, and complacent politicians. He does not see himself as a villain, but as an agent of true justice, forcing society to confront the inconvenient truths it prefers to ignore. His radicalness lies in the belief that the established order is fundamentally irrecoverable and that only absolute chaos can purify the world, allowing something new and genuinely free to emerge from the ashes. The core of his ideology is a total rejection of any form of coercive authority. For him, governments are not protectors of the people, but instruments of oppression at the service of an elite. The police and the justice system do not guarantee security, but perpetuate an unjust status quo, protecting the property of the rich while oppressing the marginalized. This worldview puts him on a direct collision course, not only with the institutions he attacks, but also with Batman himself. In their various interactions over the decades, the philosophical antagonist constantly challenges the Dark Knight, arguing that he is ultimately a defender of the flawed order. From Lonnie Machin's perspective, Batman may catch criminals, but he never confronts the systemic causes of crime, acting as a bandage on a mortal wound, which, for the young radical, is a form of complicity. This philosophy has been explored in different media, each highlighting an aspect of its extreme nature. In his own comic book miniseries launched in 1997, his philosophical foundation was deepened, showing a character who used technology and the internet as tools to disseminate his ideas and organize his attacks. He became a symbol of counterculture, a ghost in the machine questioning consumerism and the population's apathy. The animated series The New Batman Adventures portrayed him in a more simplistic way, but maintained his essence as a social agitator who preached against the monotony and conformity of modern life, using dangerous methods to shock people out of their lethargy. His message, though delivered differently, remained the same: the current order is a lie. The animated series Beware the Batman presented a more calculating and sinister version of the character. Here, the protagonist was a master strategist of chaos, orchestrating events to destabilize Gotham and prove his philosophical points. He saw himself as a chess player on a board where the pieces were the city's institutions and Batman himself. His radicalness was cold and intellectual, devoid of the youthful passion of his original incarnation, but equally dedicated to dismantling authority. This version emphasized his superior intellect and his ability to manipulate events on a grand scale, making him a cerebral and unpredictable threat, a true ideological terrorist. Perhaps one of his most impactful representations occurred in the game Batman Arkham Origins, released in 2013. In this version, Anarky is a young activist turned extremist, planting bombs throughout Gotham not out of sadism, but as a form of radical protest against the corruption plaguing the city and social inequality. His broadcasts to the people of Gotham are filled with anti-establishment rhetoric and calls for revolution. He directly challenges Batman's mission, questioning whether the hero fights for justice or merely for the preservation of a corrupt elite. The player is forced to confront the logic behind his actions, even if his methods are unacceptable. This incarnation perfectly demonstrates why his philosophy is so dangerous. It is seductive to the discontented and disillusioned, offering a simple and drastic solution to complex problems. Throughout all his appearances, from the comics of the 80s to more recent media like the New 52, the constant in the character's identity is his unwavering dedication to an anarchist ideal. He is radical because his ultimate goal is not an improved world, but a restarted world. He does not want a fairer government, he wants the absence of government. He does not want a more equitable economy, he wants the end of capitalism. His philosophy attacks the very foundation of civilization as we know it, arguing that concepts like private property, law, and the state are the sources of all human suffering. It is this fundamental and absolute rejection, this will to burn everything down to start from scratch, that defines him as one of the most truly radical and ideologically dangerous forces in the DC universe. Now it's your turn to join the discussion. Do you believe Anarky's worldview has any merit despite his extreme methods, or is he simply a terrorist whose ideology would only lead to destruction and suffering? Leave your analysis in the comments below, as we really want to know what you think. If this deep dive into one of Gotham's most complex characters added value, don't forget to leave a like and share this video with other fans who appreciate a good discussion. Your engagement is crucial for us to continue bringing detailed content. Thanks.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards your